Good morning, student. Our next chapter is chapter number 11, that is motion and the measurement of distance. Motion and the measurement of distances. Now, first we can talk about the measurement. What do you mean by measurement? That is, it is the process of comparing unknown quantity. Means process used to measure the unknown quantity of an object to be measured with the standard unit of measurement. In math also you have done the measurement, but in this chapter we can done that is we will do the measurement of unknown quantity and with the standard unit. By this with unknown quantity we will use the standard unit. So quantities can be measured. There are few quantities in your syllabus, that is the quantities that are measured are length, mass, volume, time, speed, temperature. So the quantities that can be measured are called physical quantity. You know these physical quantities very well. So for these are the physical quantity. So there we can use the standard unit of measurement. Means there will be the need to measure these standard unit. Okay. So in earlier time, how measurement can be done? With the, you know that with the hand span in the classroom you can use like this, na? With the hand span with your hand span you can measure the length of your bench, and with cubit also, with piece also, and foot with pendulum when you are playing. You can measure the length of your bench while sitting with your hands like this. Okay, with cubit like this, arm and with your finger this one. With piece also. When you are playing the cricket, you can mark the pitch with your foot like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Always talking about your friend. Next is pattern. These are used in the earlier time, but these marks are not accurate. These are not accurate. That's why there will be the need of standard unit of measurement. That's why, because these are not accurate. Means every person, some are tall, some are not tall. So their length will increase or decrease. That's why there will be the need of standard unit of measurement. Now we are talking about the standard unit of measurement. What do you mean by standard unit of measurement? Standard unit of measurement means to say fixed quantity, therefore do not vary from person to person. Means in this case it will vary from person to person. But in standard unit of measurement, fixed quantity therefore do not vary from person to person. In earlier time, it will not be equal in every person. But in standard unit of measurement, these are fixed quantity, therefore they do not vary from person to person and from place to place. So this is called the International System of Unit or SI unit. Now these units in all over the world are called International System of Unit and having fixed physical quantity. For example, SI unit of length is meter. In all over the world we can use meter with the length. So therefore next is SI unit of time is second. You always know we can use with time second, minutes, hours. Whereas SI unit of mass is kilogram. Next is SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. We can use Kelvin all over the world. So now we are doing measurement of length. How we can do the measurement of length? First of all, we know that length is the distance between any two points or place. Means what is length? Length is the distance. It is a distance between any two points or a place. For example, suppose this point to this point. I can draw a line. So we can measure the length of these two, A point and B point. Clear? So that is the length. Length is the distance between any two points or place the help of the instrument used with the help of scale, inchy tapes, ruler, meter rod, etc. All of you know very well tapes, inchy tapes, scale, all these things. So first is to measure small length or shorter distances. How we can measure small length or shorter distances? This is a short distance, small length. So we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. In short distances, we can use scale with and measure with the help of centimeter. Scale is in centimeter. Next is in every class, all of you are having wires at all. So thickness of wire is much smaller. Thickness the wire thickness is much smaller. That cannot be measured with the centimeter. So then what we can use? We can measure the thickness of wire in millimeter. So 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. All of you know this thing also very well. Then 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter and 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. Means for smaller distances we can use centimeter, or thickness we can use millimeter. For longer 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter and 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. Next is how to measure the length of an object. We know that with the help of scale we can measure the length of the object. All of you are having scale in your pencil box. So what precautions we are taking while using the scale is first placement of the scale. If placement of scale is not correct, then the reading will also not be correct. Then next is worn out scale. If it will worn out from the starting point, then we can never use the scale. It will also give error in our reading. Then position of the eye. If we can not fix the proper position of eye, which will not there, then it will again difficult for us to take the correct reading of the length. Next is we are talking. We see that here they are talking about the length, measuring of length. It is always in straight line. Okay. Then how we can measure the length of the curved line? You know that curved line is like this. Then how we can measure the length of the curved line? In this case, we can use, it is very difficult to measure the length of the curved line with the help of a scale. Then what we can use? We can use the thread. What we can use? We can use the thread. We can take a thread from starting point. We can put thread like this on it and till up to this point. And then we can take the thread and stretch it. Then after stretching, we can measure the length with the help of a scale. Understood? So now, here we can talk about the measurement of length of a curved line. Next concept we are going to take is rest and motion. Next concept of rest and motion. We are now talking about the concept of rest and motion. So first of all, what is rest? When you look around yourself, we see that many things. Suppose and in the classroom and this blackboard is at the rest. With this blackboard, I am moving here and there. So I am in motion with respect to this blackboard. So this concept of rest and motions are related to each other. So what is rest? Rest we can define as an object is said to be at rest if its position remains constant with respect to the stationary object in its surrounding. Means this blackboard is position is constant. It will never change with respect to the surrounding. And I am in motion. I will move from here and there and there and there. So what is motion? An object is said to be in motion if it changes its position with respect to stationary object in its surrounding. So that's why this concept of rest and motions are called so motion is divided into many types. First type of motion is translatory motion. First type of motion is translatory motion. What do you mean by translatory motion? Translatory motion means to say when all the parts of an object moves the same distance. Means when all the parts of an object moves the same distance. For example, a vehicle moving on a road. You have always seen so many vehicles daily moving on a road. We can say that it is a translatory motion. And a child going down the slide means its whole body part is moving down collectively. No? That's why it is called translatory motion. It is of two types. First type is rectilinear motion. Second is curvilinear motion. Rectilinear motion means to say when an object moves along a straight line. When an object moves along a straight line, it is called a rectilinear motion. For example, a car moving in a straight line. What type of motion it is having? It is having rectilinear motion. Next is a motion of a sticker on a carom board. What type of motion it is having? Again, it is having a rectilinear motion. Then movement of a drawers of the table. So a table having a draw, movement of draw in a table is also a rectilinear motion. Next is curvilinear motion. From the name here, curved means when an object moves along the curved line, then it is said to be a curvilinear motion. For example, a ball, all of you throw ball curvely, then it is said to be curvilinear motion. A car moving along a curved path, then also it is called a curvilinear motion. Next type of motion is circular motion. From its name clear, circular motion. When an object moves along a circular path, means when an object moves along a circular path. For example, motion of a minute's hands of a clock is a circular motion. Motion of the fan. Then motion of the moon around the earth. Whereas earth moves around the sun. All these motions are in circular motion. Means when an object moves along a circular path, then it is said to be a circular motion. Next is rotatory motion. Rotatory motion. When an object moves about a fixed axis without changing its position, means when an object moves about a fixed axis, means a fixed axis, but it will take a round without changing its position, then it is said to be a rotatory motion. For example, a giant wheel, a fan, whereas swing machine, merry-go-round is the example of rotatory motion. Next is oscillatory motion. Oscillatory motion. Oscillatory motion means to say that is oscillatory motion when an object. Oscillatory motion means when an object moves to and fro motion about its mean position. Means to and fro motion. For example, you have seen the pendulum of the clock. Means this is its mean position. A bob, a thread with the bob is hand here. It will move from here, this position, that is like this. Like this. To and fro motion. When an object moves to and fro motion about its mean position. For example, motion of a swing and a pendulum of a clock having an oscillatory motion. Next is vibratory motion. The motion in which a part of an object always remains fixed and do not move while the rest of the object moves to and fro motion. Means to say when there is a guitar, you have seen the guitar. The wire of the guitar is vibrating there only. It will show vibration motion. Means only there will be vibration in the wire, but guitar is at the fixed position. Example of contraction of our chest also. chest show always vibration. Means heart muscle contract and relax. With this, there will be the contraction of chest, which will show a vibratory motion. Next is periodic motion. Periodic motion, a motion that repeats itself. Means it is a type of motion in which a motion that repeats itself after a regular interval of time. Regular interval of time, it will repeat itself. For example, heartbeat. Example of periodic motion is heartbeat. We know that our heartbeat is 72 times per minute. Means it is a periodic motion. It will repeat itself after a regular interval of time. Next example of periodic motion is moon revolving around the earth. It is also periodic motion because it will repeat itself after a regular interval of time. That means motion that will repeating itself after a regular interval of time, that is called the periodic motion. Next is non-periodic motion. The motion that does not repeat itself. Non-periodic motion is opposite to periodic motion. The motion that does not repeat itself at a regular interval of time is called a non-periodic motion. For example, swinging of our arm or legs in both directions. In clockwise also, in an anti-clockwise direction also, this is a non-periodic motion because we are not repeating after a regular interval of time. There is other last type of motion is that is multiple motion. Multiple motion. Last one is multiple motion. From its name clear, multiple motion means when an object possesses two types of motion. When an object possesses two types of motion, then it is called multiple motion. For example, you are riding a bicycle. A wheel of bicycle shows the rotatory motion at the same time, whereas your body is showing the rectilinear or curvilinear motion. Last example is Earth rotate about its axis and revolve around the sun in its circular path. Means it is also showing circular and rotatory motion. Understood?